Okay, so for those of you who this is the first time here, welcome. Thanks for joining. So the way this works is very straightforward. As I mentioned, there's a Q&A button right beneath me in the bottom. So if you do have a question, feel free to submit your question there, and then I'll go through them in order and get them answered as best as I can. And if you have something that's more of a conversation that you just like to discuss something or talk through something, you can let me know in the chat and I can unmute your mic and we can have a conversation about it. That's also a possibility. Okay, so this first question is from Tom. A customer is considering MemberMouse. They wish to implement a registration/paywall so that some content is restricted to members only. I can see that MemberMouse does this. However, ideally, they would wish the registration wall to leak. That is, a new visitor could view X restricted posts, and after X views of that restricted content, they would be blocked and pushed towards registration. I wondered if you have a tool for this, or if perhaps it could be added using add filter bypass content protection some function. Yes, yeah, it's not a default function in MemberMouse to be able to do that, but you could certainly accomplish it using the filter that you mentioned, the bypass content protection filter. And then what you're going to want to do in the function that you call based on that is obviously you're going to want to have your own custom database table where you're tracking what people are viewing based on IP address or something, such that you know when to enforce the action of showing them a pop-up or something like that. But certainly you can accomplish that. And really, you don't even need to use, actually, you don't even need to use the MemberMouse bypass content protection function because, well, actually, no, you do. And if you're allowing them to look at protected content for a period of time, then yes, you're going to need to use that function to bypass MemberMouse's protection mechanism, such that you can expose it for free to people for a period of time. But then yes, you'll need to track people's views, and then when you want to block it off, institute your own custom behavior such that people have to register to continue to get access. Okay, this next question is from Carolyn. Carolyn or Caroline? Which one? I have a question regarding membership free trial and then upgrading. I have a free membership and I have a free trial period on a paid membership. Someone registered for the free membership, then tried to upgrade. I sent them a link for the membership with a free 10-day trial and it didn't default to that. It made them go straight to payment, even though that wasn't the link I gave them. What did I do wrong? So even if a product has a free trial, if ultimately it has payment associated with it, you will be required to enter in the card up front. So the only way to avoid having somebody enter in card information to register for something is if you use an absolutely free membership level. But even with a free trial, it's going to ask for credit card up front because it's going to need to build a card after the trial is over. Okay, so that you didn't do anything wrong, but that's how it functions. The card will be asked for up front for any product that has a paid component to it at some point, even if there is a free trial. It charged them right away instead of waiting. you're going to want to write into support about that, and so they can get more specific particulars about that scenario. That shouldn't happen. So there's probably additional factors about this particular scenario that need to be looked at. Maybe the support team can look at the activity log for the member, or you can look at the activity log for the member to see more details about what went on in that scenario. But yeah, they shouldn't have been billed right away. That's a mistake. You didn't do anything wrong, potentially, as long as your product definition is correct and you actually did send them a product with a free trial attached to it. In any event, to answer your question to its completeness would require looking at how you have things configured, your product configuration, et cetera, et cetera. The support team can definitely assist you with that. So email them at support@membermouse.com. I recommend for the speed to provide them with WordPress admin credentials right away. Give them the product ID that you're talking about that you had somebody pay for and that skipped the trial. Give them the ID of the member that this happened to. So that way you can send them this email, they'll be able to log in, look at it immediately, and there won't be back and forth trying to get this information that I'm telling you, so you'll get a more speedy response. Follow-up question or separate question from Carolyn. Can we merge accounts when a person has 2 different email addresses and we identify this? Not currently. That is something that we're looking into doing, but currently you can't. There's no mechanism to merge 2 existing accounts. You'll just have to manually do it. Cancel one account, and then the account that you want to continue to stay active, add the appropriate access rates, the bundles, et cetera, to that account that the other account had. Okay. This question is from Tanya. We have our membership site set up with a 14-day free trial period. Plus I have coupons that can be used based on different clients or circumstances. It's confusing some clients as when they add a coupon at the checkout page, the value on the coupon is not visible anywhere as the total to be charged doesn't show anything due to the 14-day free trial period. So our potential members don't know what they are getting. For example, we have one code that gives them the first month for $9.99. They won't see this displayed anywhere on the screen. Is it possible to modify the information somewhere to show what the coupon code is providing, such as with the coupon applied successfully field, or could it be displayed anywhere else? I don't think so. I think let me share my screen real quick. See if I can see what you're seeing here. Okay, so you're saying you have a coupon that gives them did you say first month for $9.99? They won't see this. So you're saying you have it set for the first charge only, I think. And let's just say that this is 50% off. Okay, and then you have a product that has a free trial. So let's say this one, 15-day free trial. So if I copy this link, go to the checkout page, and apply the coupon. Yeah, so you're basically, it doesn't adjust the pricing up here based on the coupon being applied, even though if I purchase this, this is what I just purchased, the subscription. There's no transactions yet because it's a free trial. Yeah, I don't think that there's any way to do that right now. But I will make a note about that because, yeah, I agree that is confusing. And we'll look into something that we can do for the future that can address that. But for now, yeah, unfortunately, that's the way it is. Okay. Stop this. This next question is from Daniel. Hey Daniel, how's it going? I'm remodeling my site and I already know MemberMouse is going to be a big part of it. I just have a couple of functionality questions at the moment. My problem here is that I need every new user who joins to electronically sign a waiver. I want members to sign the waiver on an uninterested party's platform so it's legally enforceable. But I still want to create an all on site experience for new members. In the past, I've had to walk new clients through opening their email, clicking a link, and signing a waiver. Swiftcloud AI seems to look like a good solution because they can redirect the signer to any URL they sign. I'm kind of washing over this because I don't know anything about this stuff. So I'm trying to get to a point where the question is something I can answer, like to a MemberMouse confirmation page. My two questions are, can I redirect new members to the URL of the electronic form on Swiftcloud AI instead of the member's default confirmation page? Yes. But yes and no. So actually no and yes. So the answer is no. You would still have to redirect them to the MemberMouse confirmation page, but in the code of the confirmation page you're sending them to, you can have a redirect on that page that redirects them to another page. So essentially they're redirected twice. MemberMouse will redirect them to a confirmation page, and then on that confirmation page, you can redirect them to another page. The user won't have a perception of that's what actually happened, but that's the way it would have to happen. And then your follow-up question is, if you can do this, how can I only redirect new members? Well, basically, you can use, okay, so hopefully you understand the terminology I'm about to tell you, because if you don't, you're gonna have to get somebody to interpret it for you, okay? But I'm gonna tell you the answer, and then if you don't understand it, you can get somebody to interpret it. So basically what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna have a custom template, a custom WordPress page template that you use for this confirmation page, okay? At the very, in the PHP code on that page template, you're going to want to use the MemberMouse PHP interface. So if you go to our support center, and type in PHP interface. PHP interface is essentially all of our MemberMouse smart tags, but as PHP functions, so that you can use them specifically in the context of a WordPress page template. So for example, you can have a member use this member decision function, which is what I would suggest you use. So, and if you look at the documentation for the member decision smart tag, you'll notice there's all sorts of parameters that you can check to see information about the member. So either one of those parameters or multiple of those parameters you can use to determine if the person should be redirected, like when was their join date, what membership level are they on, et cetera. It depends on your scenario and how you are making the distinction about somebody should be redirected or not. But there's plenty of parameters available in the member decision smart tag to make that distinction. Also, you could, since you're doing it in PHP, you could also use the member data smart tag and just get the person's registration date through the member data function right here, and then make the decision based on that. So essentially, you would open up this page with an if statement in PHP, if, and then the condition, if this member registered after this date, or if this member is on this membership level, or whatever the case may be for your scenario, then perform this action, then redirect them to this page, otherwise do nothing. So that's how you would do it. So hopefully that made sense. And if it didn't make sense, there's going to be a recording of this video, and you can basically get a PHP developer and share that exact segment of the video with them. That will be the requirements document. They can just do that. Yeah, and also Cindy recommended one of our developers who has helped a lot of customers, including ourselves, with functionality implementation. So if you need help implementing that, the link is in the chat. Okay, this next question is from Tanya. We have our membership site set up with a 14-day free trial period. Oh wait, no, I already did this one. I was like, wait, there's a lot of questions about free trials today. I already did that one, okay. This question is from Sally. I want to set up a page with video trainings. The user will click on the video that they want, and if they are logged in, it will direct them to the video. But if they are logged out, they will be sent to a page that offers them the chance to purchase the video only or a membership. Okay, so you want to do this. So I'm guessing the question is, how do you do this? User clicks on a video they want, and if they are logged in, it will direct them to that video. But if they are not logged in, they will be sent to, okay, so this is essentially, the core answer to this is you're gonna do this using MemberMouse smart tags. And I'm gonna show you an example of how this is being done on the, it's not exactly your scenario, but it's from a certain standpoint, it is exactly what you're talking about. So on our demo site, if you go to make a purchase of anything, it doesn't matter, demo.membermouse.com. So you'll notice on our dashboard that what we're doing here is if what you've purchased, if you have access to it, you have these view course buttons, in which case when you click on it, it'll take you to the course. And then if you don't have access to it, it'll show a different button, add course, in which case you can add it. Now, you're saying something a little bit different. So actually, this is a better example. So up here, this banner is being shown to us because we don't have access to the particular course this banner is associated with. So when I click on this, it takes me to this page. Now this page, you can get to this page by clicking on special offer on the demo site. And notice there's a video on this page. So I suggest coming to the demo site. The credentials are on the demo site, so you can, well, actually you don't need the credentials because you just need to view this from the customer perspective. But this video on this page is going to show you, demonstrate how smart tag, the member decision smart tag the member decision smart tag is used on this page to create the experience. And the experience is that, okay, I'm viewing this page and it's telling me to buy now because it recognizes that I don't have access to the course. Now, if I click this button, keep in mind, this is the same page. So I'm going to come back to this page after I do this action, but recognize that it's the same page, but it's going to show me different information. So I click buy now. So now I've purchased that course. So now when I come back to my dashboard, first of all, you'll notice the banner is gone. And then now when I go back to the same page, you'll notice that I'm getting a different message. It recognizes that I own the course, and it's telling me I can go access the course now. So, and again, there's a video on this page that breaks down this process. So if you come to the demo site, you log in and you click on the special offer page and watch both of these videos, it's going to talk to you about the member decision smart tag, show you, this is where the documentation is, show you how to use it. So this is basically the answer to your question. These two videos are going to help you understand how you can implement this on your own site. Okay. Next question is from Jordan. Hey Jordan, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Is there a way to put a required checkbox to agree to terms of service on the checkout page? Also, is there a feature to add tags to MailChimp signups through MemberMouse so that way I can segment my list? So the answer to your second question is no. Currently, we don't integrate with the MailChimp tagging system. The only way that you can get additional information besides the fact that somebody is on a particular membership level to be sent over to MailChimp for segmenting purposes is by using bundles. If you have bundles, it's kind of like it's a pseudo tagging system, really. It's not ideal, but it is possible. If you create free bundles in MemberMouse and you apply those bundles to people's account, MemberMouse does pass this information along to MailChimp, which bundles are applied to somebody's account in a true false way. Like it says, it has it applied or it doesn't. So that way, if you wanted to segment your list based on whether somebody had a bundle applied to their account, you could do that. It's a type of tagging. It's not the official MailChimp tagging system, but it is a way that you could do it. Now, as far as your question about adding terms of service to the checkout page, Cindy just shared a support article in the chat that talks about how to do this. Where is my chat? So why are you so slow right now? Okay, so yeah, so basically, you're going to create a custom field. So if I don't know if I really need to do this. Since the article tells you, but I'll go as far as I'm interested in going in this. Okay. So you go to checkout settings, you create a custom field, terms of use, whatever you want to call it. And I would make sure this is unchecked to show on the My Account page, because if it's checked, then that means that the member will be able to change it, which, you know, doesn't help your situation. Make it a checkbox, save that. And then, yeah, add the custom field to the checkout page. You basically just copy this form smart tag, go to your checkout page, and paste it wherever you want it. I'm not gonna figure out where I wanna add this on this current site, but basically you'd just find where you want it and then paste that code. And then here's a little bit more specificity in the article talking about some HTML you could potentially wrap it around in, but you're going to style this in accordance with your theme. So it's going to be whatever you want it to be, but ultimately make sure required is set to true. And then that's it. Then when the person signs up for the account, you'll be able to see for your members, if you go into a member on the custom fields tab, you'll be able to see if they checked off this box or not. And when you export, if you do an export of members, it will show that custom field in the export as well. So you'll be able to see it across all your members if they've accepted the terms of service. Cool. I think we got through all the questions. Thank you all for joining. Appreciate you asking the questions. And for those of you who I've suggested to reach out to the support team for your questions, definitely do that. They'll be extremely helpful in figuring out those situations for you. And I hope that you all enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you next time. So bye for now.